Hi, my name is Kyle Nashheim, and this is my interpretation of the movie Her, using the Richard Brody article, Ain't Got Nobody. I gotta be honest, this is the first time I watched this movie, and it's also the first time that I've really been exposed to treated pages. Based on the humor it was a challenge to try to take that style that was used for the book and try to apply it to this article. I also think another challenge that really excited me was the fact that taking an existing article that someone wrote and literally pulling words out and creating my own story based on the images that was also based off the movie that the article was based off of. I was excited for this wonderful challenge. Now on the first page I choose this image because in the words that I had selected I wanted to use something bright and something colorful to help articulate the word surprise. By stringing these words together, the sentence that I created was, duh, that the surprise on his version from that system job. What I was thinking about with this page was that a lot of people do the day-to-day thing, they do their day-to-day job, and they really don't venture out into nature, and sometimes that surprise of what nature will bring out is very eye-opening and very inspiring. It also seems to reset one's mind, body, and soul. Now this is necessary because sometimes by resetting your mind, it can help you get through the tough days, bad day at work, bad day at school. But now with the second page of this, the sentence I created was, he's been addicted force in the middle, for sentimental people themselves played out clash. Now, at first, it doesn't seem to scream out a normal sentence, but the imagery I chose was something more calming, more against a play on word sentimental. At the same time, you see the colors that give you more of a sentimental color, sentimental mode. Many people seem to have an unsentimental tone, and a lot of people are addicted these days to whatever device they're on. Now, yes, I know I'm saying this while recording this on a computer, but the addiction sometimes has to be removed so you can take that clash that happens inside oneself away and allow the sentimental emotions to play out however they may play out. Now, on the third page, the words I chose kind of form the sentence each other but operating the expressions taken along movies in affect solitude. So the reason I chose this image was because I wanted to bring some color based off the more subtle tone of the image I used in the second page with all the bright colors. Kind of brings out your inner expressions, your inner emotions. It brings out all the positivity that you want to try to project onto others. Also, when you think about it, the brightness of the color is really just, it takes you out of the solitude and really helps you open up to each other. Those bright colors help open up your soul and help you to operate well with others. Now, as much as the bright colors really opened and helped the expression of your positive emotions coming out, this fourth page really takes the opposite effect of that. The word I choose to base my image on was the word conflict, which is in sharp contrast to page 3, where I used the bright colors with the expression. Now, the sentence I used exhibits the class described on responsive conflict with expressions of seriousness growing questions. Now, the image on this slide is taken from the American Civil War, and that the conflict was deep-rooted in very seriousness, and when the conflict ended, there was more growing questions about why things happened. It really exhibits the responsive nature about things that happened in the past, trying to look back on it and try to understand what's going on. And the one thing I take away from this is basically the main character from the movie is trying to get an relationship with the operating system, but really doesn't know how to do it. Now, in this fifth image, I wanted to kind of go back towards something calming, and the sense I chose based on this page was his devices, irresponsible and inspired effect, feel a little obsessed when the subjects of the hands off their ability to control. Now, when you're feeling controlled, I wanted to use this as more of a contrast because when you feel controlled, you think people are telling you what to say, what to do, what to think, and how to act. And I wanted this image to take the opposite of that. I wanted it to be more free, more open, and that's why this image really stuck out to me, because it had the ocean, it has the trees, it has the clear air, and it wasn't as obsessed, and really inspired me to basically take this and turn around the word control and obsessed and make it different. Now, the sixth and final image I used, I really played off the word fantasy, because a lot of times when you think of the word fantasy, we think of things that haven't happened before, things like going out into space. Now, it has happened, but a lot of us haven't been there. And I wanted to use this as kind of a idea. Here is the horizon. Anything is possible, because you see the space station and a spaceship getting ready to dock with the space station. And the sentence is, fantasy to each other so artificially sweetened it needs emptied them out. With this, I really wanted to bring home the fact that any actions that we have already, although they may be sometimes artificially created because we've manufactured the emotions, they are, at the end of the day, you just need to empty everything out, take a deep breath, and realize that everything isn't necessarily bad, and you just have to understand that tomorrow is a brand new day.